No. Oh, it's
We're
live.
live! Oh, we've never done this before. I think me and Samantha are both new at StreamYard, but this should be fun. So I think we're live.
I think so. It said live. You guys can comment if you see us.
People are already having some type of conversation.
Yeah, Marshall got ditched in Piccadilly Circus, which, by the way, I love Piccadilly Circus. I'm at that train stop every time I'm in London.
Fred said, Chicago here, 3 a.m. Work alarm in 8 hours. Oh, no.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying
Cool.
to...
We're live. Ooh. Samantha's trying to figure out how to look at the comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to use this other phone and use my Wi-Fi so I can look at the comments, but it is not working for me. I don't think. I had such high hopes. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Yeah, Sunday fun day.
Hi from upstate New York. Yay, audio and video working. Perfect. What are you guys up to this fine evening? Let us know what cool stuff is happening. Jaylena was just telling me about her bus build.
And about how some people thought that I was going to just take out the ceiling and the insulation and I wasn't going to do anything else to it. I was just going to leave it like that. So I am going to be re-insulating it and putting up a different ceiling. I did consider keeping the what I thought was metal, but it's not. It's aluminum.
That's the ceiling panels.
Yeah. So I can't use magnets on it, which I probably would have been more on board to keep it if it were metal, but it's not. So I'm probably just going to do some type of shiplap, either white shiplap or cedar shiplap, like I did in the van.
Oh, I'm so excited to see it. I think bus builds are so cool.
I was into bus builds for a while before I discovered van life, I guess. But I guess thinking back, I can't think of what was your people's go-to vans when I first started looking into van life, but I feel like right now everyone's goal towards van life is getting a ProMaster.
I think so too.
Oh, it was a Sprinter van and now it's ProMaster. I feel like
because the Sprinter vans are so expensive to upkeep, I think. I mean, I saw that one Eamon and Beck video where they were somewhere and they just did a maintenance, oil change, look it over, whatever needs to get done, whatever. And it was $2,500 or something.
Yeah.
I thought that makes me want to die. Yeah.
So parts are hard to come by.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. My plan fully is failing with this phone. It's trash.
Just glue on some medium. Why can't I read magnets?
Oh, here, let me see. I was told to bring wine. Yes.
So I didn't leave the house today, so I didn't have wine, but I got something special in here.
Yeah, I'm not drinking alone. She's not making me, thank God.
Hey, Jaws and Corey and Cynthia. Who wants to drop $3,700 on bus tires? So my bus is, from what I have researched, they're not like the big bus tires, so I can get more truck tires, which is cheaper. And I have a video coming out either tomorrow or the next day, and I think everyone's gonna poop their pants.
Ooh, and I love that.
I'm so excited about it.
I'm excited to see it.
I'll have to tell you about it later.
Yes, I can't
I forgot about it.
Hi, Hicks Homestead. Nice to see you. Where are you tonight, Hicks Homestead? Are you still traveling? The gorgeous princesses together. Yes. We accept. We accept the title fully, okay, people?
Oh, I don't
We
have
don't
a
mess
princess
around
job.
here. Okay. Oh, is it working now? Yay! So I can't read the comments on the screen while I'm live streaming. So what I'm trying to do is like bring up the live on this phone, which is not a phone that has service. So I'm trying to connect to my mom's Wi-Fi. We are rigging this.
Yeah, so Samantha and I have never done StreamYard. I've been on a StreamYard, I think, but I wasn't in charge of it, so I didn't know how it worked. But we do now, which I'm on a laptop, and so I can see the comments. But I think if you're on the phone, you can't see the comments. And I don't know if it's like that if you're not the primary user, if you can see the comments, even if you're on a laptop. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
That's a good question, because there's a button like right now I can see there's 14 new comments, so I can click on it, but then it covers up our chat, so I just can't look at myself, which is fine.
Monique said, did I check out that guy Jax that I mentioned? I did. I subscribed to his channel. He hasn't posted in a while, but I heard that he is working on some stuff. So I did check out his channel though. And I have you guys on top of the box that my refrigerator came in, and I'm using a longboard as my seat, so I can, just.
Which refrigerator did you get?
So a company called IceCo reached out to me, and they sent me this awesome refrigerator. I haven't opened it yet. It's still in the box.
Is it a refrigerator or electric cooler, like the Dometic ones?
It's like an electric cooler, but I picked out the biggest one they had, and it's a dual, so it's a fridge and a freezer.
Cool. Yeah,
So I'm excited about it.
I kind of wish I would have gotten a stand-up refrigerator. Now looking back on it, like if I ever do this again, which hopefully I will not, I think I would do a standard, just because I'm like, my build I didn't factor in how inconvenient it would be to have to pull out the fridge every single time I want to open it, because I can't see in it or anything. True. But at least we have one, right? Like it could be worse.
Yeah, I didn't have one in the bus. I mean, in the van. And so I'm really excited to have one in the bus. My little Indiana homestead did a $10 super chat and said, hey, Jaylena and Samantha. Jaylena, I'm loving this bus. Me too. I don't know if you guys saw my last live chat, but I did announce the name. So the name of the bus is Levy, after Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek. So in the front, it's going to say Levy, and then it'll say, ew, David. And if you know why, then I love you.
Someone asked what I was drinking, so I'm just showing.
Yes, way rosé.
This is leftover wine from last night is what this is. So this is just a continuation party, really. Okay, well, yeah, this isn't working, so I'm just going to stop trying. So I'm just going to look at the chat room on here. You gals should travel to northern Michigan this summer. Number one, I love northern Michigan. The summer would actually be a lot of fun, I think. I mean, I don't know if I'll have any time to travel in Michigan this summer, though.
I don't. So I have a couple of trips planned, possibly one with Samantha. We don't know yet, but it's in talks. And then I talked to someone today, and I may have something cool going on in June, but I also have a very special to me trip coming up in May for a few days, which I don't know if I'll be driving the bus to go on this trip or if I'll be flying. So you guys will just have to wait and see.
Ooh, driving the bus. That would be fun. First time.
First trip.
Exciting. Let's see. Not in June. I'm busy all month, but July yeah, it's so hard for me because my work schedule, I mean, I shouldn't say it's hard. It's actually not that hard compared to other jobs because I get my work schedule a month ahead of time. So today I found out my April schedule, and my April schedule is fantastic. So I might have time in April to take a little van trip like around the New York area, but we'll see.
Brenda said that she watched a video on New Jersey Outdoors Adventures of a transit van. That was really cool. I actually watched a video on that guy's channel about a bus that just popped up in my recommended, and that bus was really cool. I think it was blue. I don't remember the guy or if he is on anything, but it was a really cool bus build.
Hi, Auntie Ann. I think you got another super chat or super sticker.
I did. I didn't.
Yeah, I think so.
See one.
Mr. Robot.
On my end, I can only see that one from my little Indiana homestead.
Oh, weird. Well, Mr. Robot.
Oh, there you go. Mr.
Okay,
Robot.
I was like, I'll shout him out for you.
$5 super chat. Love the videos. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry that I missed that. I didn't even catch it. Oh, and then Dorian H, did I say that right? Did a $2 super sticker. Oh, it doesn't show what sticker it is on my end.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't on either.
I love seeing the stickers.
Someone wanted to know what your timeline is to finish the bus. Do you have one?
So at first when I bought the bus was kind of a impulse buy. I was actually looking at Ram ProMasters, and I was looking at those car lots that are buy here, pay here, so you don't have to they don't check your credit, which I have terrible credit. So that's what I was looking at. And it's not my fault. That's because of some very inconsiderate, rude people that I dated. Not my recent ex, but before that, kind of ruined my credit for me. So
mine was 100% my fault. I got no one. But
I mean, I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. And but that was what I was looking at. I was looking at Ram ProMasters. That's what I really, really wanted. And then I was getting kind of discouraged because every time I went to go look at one, it would sell literally the day of, or the day before. So just to me, it didn't seem like it was really going anywhere. And then I found this bus, and I was supposed to look at it, and then some things came up and I didn't go look at it, and they had it for a week before I went and looked at it, and it was a love at first sight. It's a great bus. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's older, but from the research I've done, buses are all made exactly the same. So if you buy a newer bus, you're literally just paying for the fact that it's a new bus. They're all built the same. So to me, miles were what mattered. So that's why I went with that one. It only has 130,000 miles on it, which to me is great. So as far as timeline, I kind of got off track there. I wanted it to be a simple build that I didn't have to put too much work into and kind of get right back on the road. But now after, looking at everything and really thinking about what I want as far looking into my future, I plan on living in it for a couple of years at least. So I kind of want to do it right, and I want to make it my home. And so I'm thinking about 6 months. We'll see how far I get by then, but maybe, 6 months or so, I'll be really close to being done with it. So
I think that's a good timeline. Plus, I think in your life right now, you're focused on having fun too. So like you said, you have a couple trips planned. I definitely want to take you on a trip or 2 or 3 or 4. So it's important to also enjoy those things. Plus you have the van. So if you absolutely needed, right, you haven't sold it
right.
or anything.
I haven't sold it. And I'm still I have some things coming up in my personal life with family and stuff that I'm considering not selling it, but I don't know. It's a hard decision to make because what I was going to sell it for was going to go right back into the bus build, which I could really use right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time with what's going on, and I need to talk to my mom about it. And
you need to upload a video every single day.
Y'all
tell her we need daily vlogs, Miss Jaylena.
I'm trying to post as often as I can. And if I could do daily vlogs, then that would be a huge feat. And kudos to you for posting as much as you do, because I
haven't been posting that much now, but February I was like, I want to try and raise all the money to paint my van pink. Did not happen. Not even close. I don't even think I got half.
I was behind on your videos, so I binge watched a whole bunch of them today. And I watched your video about your brakes, and I was just like, I would die in that situation. I don't even know what I would do. Like, I would panic. I would have pulled over too. Like, first thing I would have pulled over. But it's like it's like you said, like you have a cat. I have 2 cats, and if something scary is going on, they're gonna run and hide. I don't. Oh man, I would like have a heart attack.
100%. I thought I was going to die. Like, I'm pretty dramatic, but I thought like, oh my gosh, the van's gonna explode. And really what it was is the ABS sensors are made of plastic. So it wasn't my brakes that started on fire. It was like they just got so hot that these sensors started on fire. But if I didn't put them out, they would have started something else on fire. My fuel line is right down there, and my diesel fuel line, like for the diesel heater, is right there.
My heart race just talking about it. I would be so afraid.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
moral of the story, kids, is put a fire extinguisher in your car, whatever your vehicle is, because yeah.
I mean, you handled it very well. I know that you were freaked out, but I would have been like crying, physically crying.
Well,
So.
I was, and I was swearing a lot. Like I was running around, I was throwing like F bomb, F bomb, F bomb, F bomb, F. Like I wish I would have recorded it. I just would have gladly not monetized that video just so people could see my natural reaction. But
You
my
should have
job,
just
I probably would have
bleeped
got
it
fired.
out.
Yeah. But hey, we survived. We made it through.
Jeannie McGovern did a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. The bus levy thanks you.
Okay.
Homesteading in Heartland, thank you. Dorian said he looks for both of us daily.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Hicks Homestead and Adventure said you did the right thing, Samantha.
Thanks, Hicks Homestead. Hey, Marshall, from your 2 favorite van girls.
Hey, Marshall.
Life.
Oh,
yes,
my contacts are so.
I will. Well, look how red my eyes are. I swear it's. I talked about this last night. I'm like, I think I need blue light glasses, but it looks a little crazy with the light. The guy that helped me down the mountain, I'm also forever grateful for him, except you guys. He definitely tried to get me to.
Did he invite you to go like stay at his house or something?
Yeah, he was like, well, and he was like, look, I have nothing against dating an older man, okay? I've done it. We've all done it before, right? However, that's not what I'm interested in at the moment, and he was quite a bit older than me. And he tried to get me to give him my phone number, but I'm skilled in evading that. And then he basically was like, well, you can come and stay at my mountain house, like whatever. I was like, I'm good, I think, in my van. So yes, we are grateful for him, but I think.
Funny story, when Samantha and I were in Florida together, we were leaving Jupiter to head to Miami, and we stopped at the gas station, and this guy, I think I was wearing, I don't know what I was wearing, but we were both kind of like looking cute, not really dressed up, but kind of dressed up, and this guy.
Wait. I remember what I was wearing because I was so
You were wearing that dress thing.
It was like a linen, like cotton dress, but I was not wearing a bra, and it was very obvious. Okay, that's why it was awkward for me, because I didn't think I would be interacting with anybody.
I think I was wearing like my bikini top and just a tank top and like high-waisted shorts. And I open my door and I kind of stand out, and he looks at me, and then Samantha walks right by him, and he looks at Samantha and then looks at me and was like, what? And then he goes inside and he comes back out, and he comes up to me and he's like, so what's the deal with like 2 hot chicks driving old band beaters? I was like,
which, by the way, is the same thing he said to me, and I didn't know he had talked to Jaylena yet.
But he asked for my number, and I was like, you can find me on YouTube, I think, for a while. And so he was like, all right, well, I'm going to go harass your friend. And I was like, okay.
And then he did, and I gave him my phone number because I'm so awkward. And then you guys, I need to give every man out there a word of advice. If a girl gives you her phone number in 2021, don't call her immediately. It's awkward. And I'm not talking like right in front, like where you can see. First of all, that's awkward too. But I'm talking like I did not even leave the parking lot yet, and he was already calling me to talk.
Yeah.
How many times did I ignore him? Probably 5 times. Yeah. I was like, well, now I'm definitely not going to call you because you're freaking me out, man.
Ryan Tomlinson did a $10 Canadian super chat because you two are the best female YouTubers out there. Thanks for all the entertainment and vlogging that you do. Thank you, Ryan. Samantha's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers.
Hey, right back at you, girl.
I did a lot of YouTube watching today. I don't typically. I lie. I've been binge watching. I binge watched Navigation Nowhere, but only because he's building like the same bus as me. So I watched his channel a lot. But today I did a lot of binge watching, just like channels that I like. Like I watched your channel all day, and then I watched a few of Hannah's videos that I hadn't been caught up on. And
yeah, I started watching Hannah's, but I did not finish it yet.
Yeah, she did one where she I think it was the one with the alligator in the thumbnail. And I just want to say that I would not have done what she did in that swamp.
You know, if I had the friend with that she had, I might have, because it was the friend's land and they give tours on this land.
Yeah, she's educated.
So it seemed like she really knew. But if I was by myself, heck no.
It was like snakes. That crocodile's in the water just like lurking.
And they were like straight up wearing boots and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I had weird stuff going on.
Homesteading in Heartland said, Jelena, if you ever drive through North Dakota, look us up. You're welcome to save money and park your van or bus on the farm. We are thinking of offering for RVs. There's actually an app called, what's it called? I think it's called Vanly. And it's for people you can register your property or your house or your driveway, whatever, but it's kind of like Airbnb in an app, but for van lifers. So you can list your property or whatever it is that you have for people to park on, and they can pay, $5, $50, whatever you choose, they can pay to park on your land, which I think is pretty cool. It's not a very known app, or it's not a very known website. There's no app for it. And there's literally, in the Nashville area, there's 3 places on there that you can park at.
Wow.
And I think one's $5, one is like $25, and the other one's like $50. So, and you get to make your own rules. It's basically like Airbnb. It's pretty cool. But thank you so much, Homesteading in Heartland. I have driven through South Dakota before, just not in the van. Amanda Sinclair said, Hannah's mean with a spray can. I love her upgrades today. Yeah, I watched that one too. That was good.
That's the one I'm watching. Honest Rage said, Hannah is amazing, and Isabel Page, and y'all know I just want to be Isabel Page. I think before I leave Minnesota, like tomorrow, I'm going to film a video of me just trying to be Isabel Page all day. There's a river nearby my house. I'm like, I'm going to make a really ASMR coffee morning, and then I'm going to jump topless in the river because that's what she does every time.
Oh my goodness. In the cold.
In the freezing cold. I'm like, that's going to be my next video. It's just going to be me attempting everything, except I need to get like the little drum thing. And I can't sing, but I'll do it.
Today, my mom got contacted by a lawyer, I guess, about my grandpa. So if you don't know, I'm Native American, and my grandpa is 100% Native American. And on our reservation, he has land. And so the land that he owns is being aired to, or being my mom's inheriting some of it. But I think she's gonna
cool.
I think she's gonna sell that she owns, or that she'll get from my grandpa. But she is entitled to, I think, 10 acres in Washington, and she just has to go up there and pick out where she wants her land at. So
that's like a movie that I should be the star of. I'm thinking that's like every amazing Disney movie ever.
and because we're Native American, they will put electric, they'll put a water well, all for free on your land.
Wow.
And so I told my mom, let's take a trip up there this summer. We'll go pick out the land and I'll build a tiny house on it. I will maintain it. And that will be your vacation home and one of my home bases for while I'm traveling. So I think that would be really cool. And that was some really exciting news that I found out today. So
I
that's
also
pretty
think
awesome.
that would be really exciting news.
Washington is beautiful too. And it's up in the mountains.
You're living my dream. I can't even handle. I'm gonna die because I'm like,
Well,
why isn't anybody calling me with like a random mountain land to build
well,
my
you're
dream
welcome
home?
there anytime.
That is, yes, so you can bet I will be there.
Georgia.
Someone said, what tribe are you from up here in Washington? I've lived here for 34 years and it sucks and I still live here.
Hold on. First, Georgia Peach did a $25 super chat, said, I'm with you, Jelena. No way I would have done that in a swamp. I could not even watch it. Laugh out loud. Great to see you two together, my faves. Yeah, it was hard to watch. I was afraid for her.
Hey, Georgia Peach, how you doing?
I was born in Spokane. I am the reservation is not in Spokane. It's a little northeast. It's the Colville reservation. My tribe is Colville, and it's like up in the northeast corner, like 2 hours south of Canada.
That is
Which
just so cool.
that's where. So I mean, it's 1.3 million acres. The whole tribe land that we have up there. But where my grandpa lived and where he was buried was like 2 hours apart. Where he was buried was 2 hours south of Canada. And it was absolutely beautiful, straight up in the mountains, like 2 hour drive into the mountains.
That is
And
really cool.
it was amazing. And I mean, it was obviously it was a sad reason to be there, but I never felt more connected to my heritage and my ancestors than I did when I went to visit for his funeral. So, and I mean, I got to see him I think the year before he passed, like not even a year. So it was a really good experience.
Well, I'm excited for you because that is so
Man, it was so cool driving through the mountains and you drive and it's just these huge trees and you look over and it was in January, so there's snow everywhere and there's just like big teepees everywhere, like legit teepees. Like obviously people didn't live in them, they just had them in their yards though, which was interesting.
interesting.
Like everyone had like a teepee in their yard. So, I don't know if that was for family powwows or what.
Shannon H said, please say hi to me before I have to leave. Hi,
Hey,
Shannon. Cheers to the wine. Yeah, it's cool that we were both able to. I mean, I didn't know we could do this. And so Jaylena sent me this StreamYard. So it was cool that you found it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do StreamYard with other YouTubers, or just other people in general. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily have a YouTube channel. You can do this and you can stream on Facebook, Twitch. I don't think you can do Instagram, but you can stream on other platforms too, which I thought was really cool. And I didn't even know that until today.
Yeah, no, it is cool. But that's I didn't know this was going to be on YouTube. Like when you asked me, I just thought you had some other social media platform. I'm like, sure, whatever. Let's see.
Shannon Corso said, I love watching both of you so much. Y'all are awesome. I was just watching someone else when I got the notification, I left to come see y'all. Oh, thank you. But make sure you go back and finish that other person's video.
Yeah, hopefully we live up to the
all the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do my side of the live chat from my bus, but I didn't know you could do it from a phone and I didn't want to risk it. So I was like, I'm going to do it from the laptop. from the room.
That's smart. But if you do it in the future, because you have 2 phones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you can see, I mean, I think it would work if I had a normal phone, but this one, like, look at how smashed the screen is. Number one. And I haven't used it. It's a iPhone 6. And I haven't used it since iPhone 6s like came out. So it was pretty up in the air whether or not it was going to work, and it's really not working. So, but if you have a working phone, yeah, you could totally do it from your phone.
Yeah, I have 2 phones, you know, like the song. I have one phone for just that's my phone, and then I had to buy another phone to upload videos on the road because I have a PC and I can't transfer files from my PC to my iPhone, so I had to get an Android. So I think I'm saving up for a Mac.
I got mine. Yeah, the best Mac I ever got, I got from a pawn shop, but then it was just too old, and so I got my new one from that used place, and I'm not as happy with it, but it's only because I couldn't afford like something too much better.
Yeah, I'm saving up for one, but I probably won't get one anytime soon. Really and truly.
Wait, Freedom of Speech said, "Let's get some music on and give us a plot dance."
What's a plot dance?
I don't know, but that feels like something not very politically correct. I'm thinking.
I don't know what a plot dance is. Sorry. Debbie Selfridge did a $25 super chat. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Woohoo, Debbie!
Kelly Collins said, "How's Dragon doing?"
Oh my gosh, Dragon is okay. Let me tell you guys a cute story in case you don't follow me on Instagram, because today he did the cutest thing. And as a mom, I have to tell you. So I was inside and he was all excited that I was there because he was alone. Well, I shouldn't say alone. He was without me all day yesterday and all night. So I went there today to make sure he was okay. And we have this area my grandma keeps all of her plants in, and before, because they have to be inside for the winter. And he was hiding in them, and there's a cluster of plants. So there was this little space in between branches, and his little face was like this. But I couldn't see him. I was all the way across the house, and he was meowing at the top of his lungs. And he doesn't normally meow. He makes this like little like chirping noise, but he doesn't usually meow. So I thought, oh my God, my cat's dying. I got to go find him. So I'm like running over there. And then I see his little head like poking out of the branches. And then when I got close, he jumped out at me. Like he seriously was like, "Come find me." And
I saw that today and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
It was so cute. I like almost started crying. I was like, "You're so cute. I don't deserve you." But yeah, so he's doing wonderful. He is so loved. And my brother still takes him to my other brother's house to play with the other cats like a few times a week. He's very spoiled by more than me.
My mom and I were talking about kids because she was like, "I've been praying for you to have a kid." And not right now, but at some point in my life, because I don't know that I can have children because of my health.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just been praying about it. And we were talking about having kids, and I was like, Mom, like, I was talking about how having the cats, like, they're my babies. Like, to me, those are my kids. And we were talking about, or I was talking about how, like, on the road and living this lifestyle, like, I never feel lonely because I have them. Like, they make me happy. And I literally, like, feel it in my heart, the love that I have for them. Like, it's a physical feeling. And I was like, oh, because she asked me if I was afraid of death. This is about to get deep. And
We like deep. We like it deep.
I was like, I am not afraid of dying. Like, I'm not afraid of death. I don't fear it. It's not something that, like, if I don't know, it's everyone thinks about it. Like, what if I were to die, And it's not something that I'm afraid of. So that's when she was like, "Oh, well, I've been praying for you because, if you have a kid, you're going to think of that differently because you have them to think about." And so I was like, I mean, I do think about my cats. Like, if I were to die, where would they go? Who would they be with? Like, those are my babies.
Yeah.
And she was like, I would take them. I would take them, and I would love them, and I would want you to know that they would be loved and cared for if you were gone. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's all
Well,
I
now
want
you know
to
if you ever have
know.
a baby, she'll love and care for that one too.
Well, right now I'm just worried about the babies I do have.
I know,
But
yeah. I feel that, girl, so much because, ugh, with bringing Dragon over to, so it's such a good home, and my grandma and my brother already love him, but him and I speak each other's language. Like, he can tell me what he wants, and I understand literally what he wants. If it's water, if it's food, if he wants to go outside, if he wants a cuddle, if he wants like, I can tell what he wants. And they don't know that. So I'm just like, well, what if he's trying to tell them he wants something and they just
cats are
don't
so
know?
underrated.
Yeah. But I think, I don't think he's as needy in this house because he just runs around and entertains himself all day. That
Yeah.
in the van, I had to try so much harder to keep him busy or entertained. And then he
Yeah.
broke everything. And it's
It's
fine.
weird the connections that you can make with a cat. Like with dogs are so loyal in such a different way, and
Yeah.
cats are loyal in such a more personal way, I feel like. Like
I think so too. They depend on you to save them. Like, they know you're going to protect them.
right, and they connect with you on such in my opinion, on a deeper, not necessarily deeper, on a different depth level than like a dog would connect with you. Like there's certain things that BB does with me, and there are certain things that Halo does with me that they would never do with anybody else
Yeah.
because they don't know anyone else the way that they know
Right.
me. And with like with the dog, they love everybody. Cats
Yeah.
are just not like that. They
No,
don't
they are.
necessarily love everyone. I
Which
relate
makes
to
you
them
feel
a
like
lot.
it's so great until you need a babysitter and you're like, please like them so I can go
Yeah,
on my trip with
exactly.
happiness. Yeah.
My mom is kind of a cat person, so like, my mom and my brother that live here, they love the cats, which I'm so grateful for because they don't mind watching them when I'm away. Because like in a week, I'll be gone for a week, and then in May I'll be gone for a few days, and in April I may be gone for some time. So I mean,
I hope.
I don't know.
I'm going to plan
Um,
something cool.
L. Donald Telly Jr. said, Jaylena, no wonder you're such a natural beauty and strong woman. I just love watching you, Mama Telly. Thank you, Telly. I appreciate that. I think she's referring to my Native American heritage. Look for propane refrigerators. That's basically like RV refrigerators.
Yeah, I think so. Honest Rage, my Instagram is Samantha R Olmsted. So it's the same as my YouTube handle or my YouTube channel. I don't know with this if my YouTube shows up. It's just Samantha R Olmsted.
Well, it's literally what you have as your name. So
Yeah, that's true. Just put an
if
R
you want,
right in
yeah.
the middle there. Yeah, that's actually probably better. You can see it.
A few people have asked about a wish list. I do. I have a PO box. I just have to go confirm it at the post office, which I can't do till Monday because they're closed. And I do have a wish list, but I don't know. I'm reluctant to post it just because there are things on there that to
Post
me
it.
are pricey. But to me, it's more of this is not really a wish list. It's more of a to-do list, and it's things that I do plan on buying as need, time, and budget allow or call for. So, I mean, I also have a separate list that's like other like things I'm definitely 100% like I have to have this, but it's more expensive stuff. Like I think I may go with a RV stove that has the 3 burners and an oven. But then I'm like, should I do that or should I just do the 2 burner on top and a convectional oven because they're about the same size, right? And it'd be cheaper. So I don't know.
Would it
I'm
be cheaper?
conflicted.
Would it be
Well,
harder to install though?
it would not, in my opinion, be necessarily too much more work to install a stovetop that mounts into the countertop. And then a convectional oven is literally like a microwave. So you just make a spot for it, maybe put like a little lip in an opening so it doesn't slide out. And it's kind of like a microwave. So you just put it in a cubby, make
Yeah.
sure it won't fly out.
Is it
You have
propane or how
nothing.
do you power it?
It would be electric, but I do plan on having solar. And so it would literally be like kind of like having a microwave, but it's you know what a convectional oven is, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it would definitely be electric. I don't know. It 100% be way cheaper. But I also am like,
But
well,
also, if this is going to be your home for a
exactly.
while, it's almost like just do what. Yeah, I mean that's tough. If it were me, knowing myself, I would go big or go home. That's how I always do it. But with that said, remember I was like, I need this big 2-burner stove because I'm not gonna want to buy this later. And now I'm like, I mean, I finally started using both burners because I've been eating healthier. So I've been making like veggies with whatever I'm making. But before that, it's like, how many months have I been in here and I never used the 2 burners? And it's just gigantic. And I'm like, I should have bought the $20 kerosene stove or whatever.
Well, so the 2 burner, like, okay, say I did the 2 burner, that would be less than $200 or about $200.
Right.
That would be propane. The electric convectional oven would be less than $100. So that's say less than $300, but over time you're paying for the propane. If well, and if I did the oven, I think those are propane all the way around.
Yeah.
And that's $500 to $600 for a
Dang.
new one,
Yeah.
a new
But
nice one. So
someone
yeah,
said, and I don't know if this is a thing or not, but if it is, that would be cool. Someone said to find an RV junkyard and look for something there. I'm like, that would be cool, but is that a thing, an RV junkyard? I don't know.
I don't know about an RV junkyard. I know of junkyards.
Like a regular
Um,
junkyard, yeah.
and see, my thing, I'm not opposed to fixing up old things and recycling stuff. But I want to, when it comes to like, say, going to Habitat for Humanity to find things, I'm not going to do that until I get to the point of actually building out the inside.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm gutting it, and then I have to do the floors,
Yeah, it's so
ceiling, and the
stressed
walls.
up.
Hmm. Once I get the floor, ceiling, and walls up, then I'm going to be hitting up Habitat for Humanity and any stuff like that, which I will see what I find, but I'm not going to settle for something that I don't absolutely love.
Yeah.
So in this build, a big thing for me is more so I want to be in love with everything in it
Yeah.
versus trying to skimp out and save money when that's not, I mean, of course, everyone wants to save money, but if I'm not in love with it, I'm not going to go with it. It's kind of like for me, that's how I am with shopping right now for just anything like clothes or something. If I'm not in love with it, I'm not going to buy it because to me, it's a waste of money.
Right.
If I'm not in love with something, I'm probably not going to wear it very often.
Right. No, I agree.
And
That's
so
kind
it's
of
like,
how I've been living life these days. Yeah.
if I'm going to have to cook on this thing and look at it every day, I want it to be something that I'm like, yes, I'm proud of that and I'm happy it's here versus like, I really wish I would have like did something different because that's an eyesore or, you know.
Yeah. Or something that you could, I mean, the only reason I feel good about like non-electric appliances is because I feel like less can go wrong. So
True.
you can count on it working all the time. So that's something, I would consider. Um, this coming from somebody who did my own electrics. Although if I could wire in like, I don't know, I'm seriously considering like popping an air fryer up in here. But I don't
I
know what size inverter I need and how much battery. I might need to buy like a third battery to power it, but I might. Those
I've
things
had
are
so many,
nice.
yeah, I've had so many people like, you need an air fryer, you need an what's those things called, an Instapot. I've had
Yeah.
both, and they're great, but I don't think that I would need one. in the bus.
No one
I don't
needs
know.
one.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, no one needs one, but who knows what'll happen. I mean, maybe
Well,
I'll
the
get
other thing is a lot of stuff you put in the air fryer. Like, for example, when we're done with this live, I don't want to brag or anything, but I've got some cauliflower wings waiting for me inside. But they're frozen, so you just pop them in the air fryer. And I just keep thinking, like, oh my gosh, if I could do this in the van, my life would be just amazing. But also, then you have to have a freezer to keep the frozen food, and I don't. And when it comes down to it, when I'm in the van, I eat so healthy because all I make is like veggies and rice or veggies and potatoes, like, or some kind of veggie soup, or I can't eat all the processed food because I have no way to cook it. So it's actually good for me. So I'm like, Samantha, you are good with the burner and your green veggies. Stick with that. Salad in a bag.
Troy Gabrielson. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. Did a $5 super chat said, hi, Jaylena and Samantha, and congrats on the new refrigerator, Jaylena. Thank you so much. You guys have no idea how excited I am to have said refrigerator. Super
I'm excited for you. Wait, because you didn't have one in your van.
No, I was living off of, I would buy like bread and those tuna packs, and I'd eat so many like tuna sandwiches every day. And what else did I eat? I ate a lot of canned food, and I would eat a lot of like cold canned soup because I didn't feel like heating it up.
I do that when I'm working, flying all the time. People think I'm so weird, but I get you.
Sometimes it'd be like that. But now, like being inside and being able to use the refrigerator, I've noticed that I much more prefer to eat food that needs to be refrigerated. Like your salad that you said you make all the time in your van, I kind of modified it a little bit, but I make that almost every single day.
Right? It's so good. If you like avocado, it's literally just a refreshing salad, like just delicious. Well, to me, I'm like, it's guacamole, essentially.
Right.
And I just add cucumber to it is really all it is.
Guacamole salad.
The original recipe had like roasted corn and cilantro. Like you can add a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, I just keep it like.
I didn't add corn, but I added cilantro to it and green onions. That's the only thing I
don't like
added.
cilantro. And it's not, I'm not one of those people where cilantro tastes like soap. It tastes like cilantro. I just don't enjoy the taste.
I don't understand those people who say it tastes like soap because it does not taste like soap. It's very specific, and I've never smelled soap that tasted like cilantro. I love cilantro.
I don't like cilantro, and I don't like ginger. And in the vegan world, those things are so flavorful that like vegans be like putting cilantro and ginger on everything. And I'm like, I wish I liked them. I don't. So I just salt and ketchup.
I hate ginger too, but I'll drink. The only thing that I will have ginger in is if I'm drinking like a kombucha, or I don't think that's how you say it, but that's how I say it.
I feel like that's how I say it.
I don't think that's how. No, I think it's pronounced differently than kombucha. I think it's something else, but that's how I say it. That's how you say it.
I've been walking around this world saying kombucha. Oh Lord.
But I'll drink like the ginger flavor, and like usually they'll have flavors, or like they have like those little shots of the juice things. I'll do ginger and stuff in that, but I don't typically like a Moscow Mule. Ew,
yeah, no, I'm with you. I'll do a ginger shot, but only because you can feel it burn your insides, and you're like, you're just burning all the bad things in my body, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
but I just do it for health. So
right, I'll do it for health, but not for funsies.
Yeah, like I wouldn't sit around and be like, this ginger beer is quite tasty. Not for me, honey.
Same.
Someone said, oh yeah, the hey, peace out. How's it going? It's a chemical thing for some people. I think she's talking about the cilantro tasting like soap.
I'm obsessed with cilantro. I love the way it tastes. I could eat it. I put it in my eggs. I put it in everything, and I eat the whole. I don't eat just the cilantro leaves. I eat the stem and everything. I'm about it.
Yeah, well, that's healthy. So there was a smoothie. I don't know if anybody out there in the world follows Medical Medium, but I'm into it, although I don't follow anything. But he gives this heavy metals detox smoothie, and it's like wild blueberries and then just a couple of like I don't know, these green powders. Anyways, and one of the main ingredients is cilantro, like tons of cilantro. And people who like cilantro probably think that's a delicious, tasty smoothie that's like taking all the toxins out. And I was like gagging on it. My mom was dying laughing at me. So now I still have all these like weird greens, like seagrass, algae greens, and all this, because I never did the smoothie because it's so nasty.
That's funny. Georgia Peach said that they just joined my Patreon. Thank you so much for that. I just edited my Patreon. You can join for whatever you want, $1, $5, whatever, and you get access to everything. But if you pledge $10 a month, you are going to get all access to all of that. But also, I'm going to start doing a Patreon only video once a month. If you want to see that, you can join the Patreon. But they also want to know, Samantha, if you are ever going to join Patreon.
I signed up for Patreon. I'm not sure if it's active or not. I thought I finished signing up, but I'm considering doing all my lives over on Patreon from now on. That way I can avoid like
that's a good idea.
And just have the friends over on Patreon. So I will keep you guys updated. I will make like a specific video or post if I ever finish it. I keep getting emails like, finish your Patreon, and I'm like, I thought I did, but okay. Yeah. And then I don't know, but I wasn't sure. Like now what you just said kind of explained it a little bit to me, because I've looked at other people's and it looked like if you do $2 a month, it's like some kind of, you get recipes. $5 a month, you get recipes and workout videos. $10 a month, you get like all these things. And I'm like, I am not that much of like a business minded person to come up with a menu and all these different things.
Well, I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm not trying to do like all these different tiers to get all these different things for the almost the entire time I've had Patreon. It's basically like you get just behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And so now it doesn't matter how much you pledge, you get all the behind the scenes stuff. And then if you pledge $10 a month, you get all the behind the scenes stuff, but you also get an extra video every month that no one else gets to see but you Patreon. So that's something that I just started. So this month will be the first month that I do
Let's
a
all become
Patreon
Patreon.
video.
Whoop, whoop.
And so I have been looking into becoming Patreons for like my favorite channels. Like I know like Donna Van Life has a Patreon that I think I'm going to join, and I just the fact that I can, because it's no different to me. I don't like say Netflix or Hulu. I'm not paying for that because I'm on my friends. So to me, it's like if I can afford to pay $10 a month for Netflix, I want to support a friend. So I've been really considering like doing the Donna Van Life, just channels that I really do love and support and watch all the time. Like I want to join their Patreon, and I mean, what better way to learn how to navigate it by being a Patreon for someone else?
And I think from a creator standpoint, the work that goes into creating, and so you feel appreciative of other people, especially if you watch those people's videos. I definitely have a new respect. Like now, even so, I know Jaylena and I always talk about her, but Mariah Alice, if anybody watched her new video, she has the cutest editing. And
I love her editing.
And isn't she like 20 years old?
She is younger. Yeah, she's in her early 20s. I don't know exactly how old she is, but I feel like she's definitely like going to make it.
Yeah, she's smart, and she puts in like so much. Like, don't get me wrong, I put in effort. I just don't know what I'm doing. So like, I'm not as good. I watched her newest video, and I'm like, it's so cute and good. And I don't know if you've never created or you've never like tried to make a video, you might never know that. Because it doesn't look like super high tech or anything. But from my standpoint, I'm like, cut, trim, music. Like that's what I can do. Yeah.
I mean, editing is so much work, and that's something that a lot of people don't realize. And I do love Mariah Alice's channel. Like she's definitely like if she had a Patreon, I would totally be a Patreon. Like I love her channel. we've talked about if we're ever in the same place, we're definitely going to link up, and I look forward to that because I know it'll happen at some point, but like and I know she said for a long time she would film herself and she'd make videos, but she would never post them because she was afraid to.
I did that for a while too, actually.
I'm really glad that she wound up, starting a channel and posting, and you too, because we would not be right here right now if you hadn't.
No.
So.
Yeah, no, YouTube has definitely changed my life in so many positive ways. I just don't know. I don't know what I would be doing right now if it hadn't been for YouTube. I'd be wallowing in sadness.
I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for YouTube. Same. So.
Yeah, no, and we both came into each other's lives at such a prime time because we're both going through, I mean, look, I wasn't married. I'm not going to compare that, but we were both going through like grieving, loss of whatever, and trying to pour ourselves into our work, which was YouTube at the time, and this new experience. And yeah, it's just crazy. I was thinking about that and I'm like, I wonder what I would be doing. I seriously think I would have sat around crying like for months. And yeah, I just don't know.
I mean, with YouTube, I did do a lot of sitting around crying, but that's just who I am as a person. So.
That's crazy.
But I do 100% feel like our friendship has helped me a lot in so many ways, and I admire who you are as a person, and I feel like, if it wasn't for you, I definitely would not have had such a good experience in Florida if we weren't there. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, we got so lucky because, well, and that's just like crazy how the universe works. What are the chances we would have both been in Nashville? I think because neither of us knew we had anything to do with Nashville. I mean, I thought you were in Oklahoma and whatever. Yeah, no, that's just so crazy. We got really lucky.
Yeah.
The universe
YouTube has brought us together. Yeah. Well, YouTube brought us together inside of the universe. So.
Yep.
Hey, Colby Ranch in the house. Did a $10 super chat. Said, I tell Miss Colby Ranch all the time. Let's do it for our health.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Kristen's World Outdoors in the house. Grumpy Grandpa Patreon show. So many people. Don't cry. We all love you. Sometimes I just need a good cry. It's just me.
Someone sent me this message on Instagram, which, by the way, I'm very active on Instagram. So a lot of you will come from my videos and DM me on Instagram, which I love. And even if I can't respond to them all, I read basically every single message. And someone sent me this message that was just the most soul fulfilling message I've ever received in my I can't read it because I'm on my phone, but I wouldn't even be able to because like I tried to read it to my mom and I kept crying. I mean, it was like happy tears, but like, yeah, it's just so crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like YouTube has given me a way to connect with people that I never could have imagined. And anything I think I'm going through in life, it's like someone else is going through the same thing or worse. And we're all just trying to get through this crazy life together. And someone said she's 21.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Cool.
She's definitely wise for her age, I feel like.
I think so too, because I did not realize she was that young, not by like looking at her.
Just by who she is as a person.
Yeah. Is her YouTube name Mariah Alice or is it?
Yeah. No, it's Mariah Alice.
Because I think her Instagram is something else, right?
No, or it's something with the wind.
Yeah, Mariah with the wind or something. Or
yeah. Samantha, I'm going to take off for 2 seconds. Can you hold it down?
I will hold it down.
All right, I'll be right back.
See you later.
This beautiful hair and this beautiful sweater. This is what I'm wearing with it. Sweatpants.
Woohoo! I'm also wearing sweatpants with my sweater and tiara because that's who we are as a person. Let's see. What else do we have going on in these comment sections? I love that you guys also love Mariah Alice. It's cool. We all end up kind of watching the same channels, right?
But I can't hear you yet.
She was very fast. I literally didn't have to do anything. I like took a sip of wine and you were back.
I told you 2 seconds.
You were not lying.
Yeah, me and my mom were talking today about how YouTube is such a crazy thing. Like you meet people and not just YouTube, just social media in general. And like you meet people and you build these connections and you make lifelong friends off of the internet. And, like 20 years ago, that would be not necessarily like the best thing. And now it's like the thing to do.
So I keep wondering because I'm finally feeling like I'm ready to date again, right? So I'm like trying to get myself prepared to get into the dating game again, even though like COVID kind of throws a wrench in there. But I always wonder, like, would I be able to date somebody who's also on YouTube or social media?
See, and I'm like, I think I would prefer to date someone who, one, is on social media very actively in the same sense that I am. And I would like to date someone who kind of knows what I have to go through, but also
Right.
like is into the same things that I am into. Like, could you like I feel like if it comes to dating, I would want to date someone who's kind of like obviously wants to travel and is in like, oh, you live in your car, you live in a van, or you live in a bus, like that's totally cool. Some people think that's super weird, So
I always assume people are going to think it's weird when I talk to them. I'm like, yeah, so I have this fan, like, and then people think it's really cool. But yeah, no, I've been thinking about that lately because I'm like, especially when I'm in New York, like, let's say I'm at a bar and I meet somebody and then I'm like, yeah, so I live in a van. Like, I don't know. I just keep thinking about it or social media. I'm like, do I want somebody who likes attention as much as I like it, because that's kind of what it is.
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. It shall be interesting. Um,
I was on Tinder for like a whole, I don't know,
okay.
not even a hot minute. I deleted it.
I've been trying to be on Tinder and it's just not working for me.
I did meet one guy he is really cool. I'm just not ready to date. I don't think. Like not, I don't know.
I'm finally like, yes, I want to date, but I don't know that I want to meet the person I'm going to be with. You know what I mean? But I'm like ready. Wine and dine me. Tell me nice things about me. Like I'm ready for that. But or just like to have fun. Although I don't know if businesses are really open or like when are concerts going to start opening? Although Texas is open.
Hey, Texas.
Don't you think people will start having concerts in Texas?
Yeah, there's already concerts in Texas. I
Okay.
have friends Snapchatting me. They're at concerts, and I'm so jealous. And I'm like, okay, I need to go back to Texas.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
always be a Texas girl.
I'm sure I'll have some layovers there because, we have a base in Texas.
I know that
Understood.
Cole Wetzel and Hardy are. I know you said you don't listen to country music, but Cole Wetzel and Hardy, if you do listen to country music, they are on tour in Texas right now. So
Someone said they're having concerts in Kentucky. So is Kentucky open like Texas is open? I wonder. I never hear about Kentucky actually. Um, let's see. What time? Talking with Bob, the family show said, once I'm clean for a few months, I may be ready to date someone. I need to stay clean and sober. Good luck to you, man.
yeah, good luck.
I believe in
That's
you. It's
so important.
definitely it's an everyday battle, but you can do it if you want to. If you really keep your mind to it, that's for sure. Stuff is opening up here in Washington again. That's cool.
I'm
Um,
excited for things to open up. I know here in Nashville, bars were closing at I think 10, but now they're staying open till 12. So I mean,
yeah, ours are still closing at 11 for sure.
Rosemary Berry said Granger Smith is setting concert dates now. I am 100% going to make a trip to a Granger Smith show in Texas. So
Wait,
if you
who's
want,
Granger Smith? Is that country?
he's the one that's on my leg, the tattoo on my leg.
Oh, yes.
Well,
I
technically it's Earl Dibbles Jr., but they're the same person. So
the thing about country music is I like any music live. Like I'll say any live music I enjoy, but I don't sit around listening to country music. But in Minnesota, we had a country music festival called We Fest, which if any of you are from Minnesota, you will know is quite the place to be. I definitely had my fun there, but I don't think I made it to a single concert the entire time because you like camped and stuff.
ooh, that sounds so fun. I want to
Oh,
go.
you would have loved it. I had these like amazing cowboy boots. Oh, just the best cowboy boots that I had gotten. Like, I don't know. I had them for years. And then one day I just woke up at We Fest without them. I don't know where they went. Yeah. And they were just the best. I'm like, someone probably like conned me out of that. I don't
like
know.
those. I'm going to take those.
Yes. I probably left them outside of my tent or something. Yeah. I'm so sad. I still think about those cowboy boots to this day.
Nashville every year has the CMA Music Festival, which I grew up going to. That was before my mom moved to Nashville. That was a thing that we did every year. Is we would come here for the CMA Music Festival, and I'm so sad that they didn't do it last year. They're not doing it this year, but they said that they're going to start it back up next year. But it's so fun. Like they shut down the entire downtown, and they have concerts everywhere, and so many celebrities or famous country singers crash like the small stages that prop up all downtown, and they'll
Yeah.
sing, and they'll be like, hey, I want to play a few songs. And so like the big country artists will come to these tiny little stages all across town and play, and it's great.
That's
I
so
love
cool.
it.
Okay, let's see. What did I see that made me laugh that I passed already because I forgot? Rich G, I see you raising your hand over there. Weren't you going to get a face tattoo last night? Show me the face tattoo and you'll be in the running. I'm just kidding. He also said, we heard last night that Jaylena likes a YouTuber. We all
What?
like a YouTuber. Okay, let's even the score here. Who do I all have a crush on? I've got Dogcat Man Man, who I just always have a crush on.
MGK.
Oh, definitely MGK. But
He's
I'm
not a
thinking like
YouTuber though, I guess.
YouTubers. There's got to be other YouTubers that I crush on, but I don't know. I guess
I
I
will.
follow women now that I'm thinking about it.
I do too. I will say though that if Parker Smith ever like wants to date, I would totally be down. But I
Wait, who's Parker?
also he's Granger Smith's brother. So I also don't know how I would feel about dating someone with like my brother's face tattooed on their body. So that's just kind of a pipe dream for
I
me.
feel like you could just throw a mustache on it and be like, it's an ironic hipster.
Like I will cover it up.
Yeah, just hide it until you have to cover it up.
He's inside of a Texas shape, so we'll just fill in it.
Yep. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of other I'm trying to think. There's definitely another person that I had a huge crush on YouTube, but he was not single. And I kept thinking if he ever was single, but I can't remember who it is.
Ooh, I have a few of those that just of course they have to have girlfriends.
Oh, I know who it is. But it feels weird to say because they're not single.
Right?
Even though I don't know that it's weird, but yeah, he's just a travel guy, but I always thought, "Oh man, that's the dream guy."
Janet said Granger's brother Tyler was on the Bachelorette show. Yeah, Tyler's a little I mean, he's a little older for me, I guess. Even though my ex was like 7 or 8 years older than me.
Seriously?
Mhm. I think it was 7 years. 7 years older. But so I mean, I'm not necessarily like big on age, but
me either. I mean, look, my tastes change all the time. I've dated men who are much older than me. I've dated younger men. I'm going through this younger man phase right now where I'm like,
the youngest guy I ever dated was only a year younger than me, or the same age, just kind of.
I think, yeah, I think he was 2 years younger than me. But I was like 26 and he was 24. Like
That
we
was
were
one.
both young.
Someone said Daniel Arms. Daniel Arms is married to a beautiful woman who I love also. So no, Daniel Arms is not in the running for YouTube crushes. Love the channel though.
Okay, y'all, send me on Instagram your YouTube crushes that you have for me. Knowing what I like, you all know I like a bad boy with lots of tattoos. But don't be sending me people who are like 60, 70 years old.
Ooh, I could see you with Tyler. What's his name? He was on Ink Masters, but he has a YouTube channel now, and he has a giant pet snake.
Oh, okay.
And he's all tatted up, and he's super cute, and he
Wait, does
dated
he live in New York?
Marissa. I don't know where he lives, but I'll have to tag you in one of his posts.
I need a rebound date. That's what I'm going for, rebound date. Yeah, COVID dating, man, it's not really a thing, let me tell you. Okay, let's see.
I just hate the thought of like dating and starting over with someone, so I'm just enjoying being single and doing whatever I want to do. So
yeah, that's kind of how I have been. But whatever. I texted you about my news about the Hawaii thing. And so now I'm just at a point where I'm like, I need to just get on with my life, move on. That's the point I'm at. Tyler Nolan. Is that his name?
Sorry. There's like an argument going on about Ace Man 2D thinks that that's Dave 2D, and at first I thought they were saying that that's Catman Van Man or whatever.
Dogcat Man.
Yeah. And so I'm all confused.
Wait, why are they arguing about Dave 2D?
I don't know. Though they think that Ace Man 2D is Dave 2D.
I wouldn't think so. Why wouldn't he just be Dave 2D, right?
Right. I thought his name was Tyler. I'm pretty sure it's Tyler.
Someone said Tyler Nolan.
Oh, yeah, it is Tyler Nolan. Yeah.
Florida Sunshine Tattoo.
Yeah, it's Tyler Nolan. That's who I was referring
to. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look him up. Whatever. I'm just having fun with it because, like, look, I never even really got to go on dates. Like, here's the thing you have to know about being a flight attendant is like sometimes I'm gone for weeks at a time, working and whatever, and then I might be home for a week. But and then you add COVID in and like all this stuff. I just haven't gone on an actual date. I don't even know the last actual date that I've been on, even in my relationship. Like I just.
Yeah, in my relationships, I always date guys that don't do dates, and it's never like super romantic.
Right?
I mean, I am a homebody, but you can have dates at home.
I agree. Yeah. And also you can be a homebody and go on dates, but sometimes when you're a homebody.
I'm a homebody 100%, but I do enjoy the occasional night out. So
yeah, me too.
Someone said Granger is something. He's awesome and gorgeous. He is, and so is his wife. His wife is also awesome and gorgeous. And they're having another baby, and I cried when I saw their Instagram post. And oh my goodness, I can't talk about it because I'm going to cry. Dakota did a $5 super sticker, and I really wish that I could see what sticker it was.
You guys, let's leave Ace Man 2D. I think he's cool. He hasn't said anything.
I like Ace Man 2D.
Yeah, like people are hating on him, but
what's wrong with Dave 2D? Because I only know him from Unstoppable Morgan's channel, and I don't necessarily know anything bad about Dave 2D.
You want me
either, so
you want me to tell you? No, I shouldn't say anything. He has not done anything mean to me. I'm afraid to speak about it because I'm afraid he'll put me in it. But he does like roast videos.
Oh, I do. I looked at his channel. I remember now. Yeah, he talks crap about people in van life.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate that personally. But
I remember seeing him on live chats with Unstoppable Morgan, but I did go and look at his YouTube channel recently.
it was the Sage one.
I had totally forgot until you just said that. But yeah, it's all it is him talking crap about van life people.
Well, the only reason I went and looked is because people kept going, they were commenting on my videos. He said he's going to do a roast. Like, oh, I think he's going to roast you. And I'm like, I will die. Like, that's so mean.
If he does, you're doing something right. People only talk crap because you're somebody.
Just don't let me watch it if it happens, because I will literally just cry about it. I'm so sensitive.
If you're someone that people can talk smack about, then you're someone, to say the least. So.
I don't know. They act like I do weird stuff, like wear a tiara. I don't know.
I know, they're so crazy. That's what I love about your channel, though, is that you are unapologetically you, and you are a princess, and I love it.
No, my favorite comments that I get from people are, came here for van life, stayed for tiaras and teacups.
I saw one the other day, or no, I saw one today, because when I watch YouTube videos, I always go through the comments like as I'm watching it.
But I wonder if that's because we know what it's like to get comments. Do other people do that?
I mean, probably. I don't know, but I did see a comment today that was like, I came for van life, but stayed for like the coffee and the teacups and the tiaras and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah.
I like, thank God, because that's what I offer the world. Coffee and a teacup.
Shannon H said, so no chrome for you then, Samantha?
Listen, I want to be his best friend, okay? Like, that's all I'm saying.
I'm so happy for him. He hit 100,000 subscribers, and I think he's already at almost like a 160K. So
yeah, I think after 100,000 it started spiking. But whoever told me last night that I should date Bob Wells, you and I need to have a conversation. I also would like to be Bob Wells' best friend, but come on.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I would feel after that.
I'm like, listen, I'm 31. Okay, I'm not that old.
This is the last year of my 20s.
Oh my gosh, so we need to do something crazy. We need to do our stupid stuff now, because then when you're in your 30s, it's like there's higher standards, okay?
Are there though?
People are going to start hooking you up with
Bob Wells.
No, and I always try to tell people, I'm like, I don't know if I honestly would want to date. No, I'm not saying I don't want to date another van life person, but I'm not looking for another van life person to date. And so I think people, when I talk about dating, they're like, they only name like van life people. And I'm like, I don't know. That's not really a deal breaker for me, because I'm not going to be in a van forever.
Right.
In fact, it would be more fun at some just to have this van for fun travel.
I would love to be able to date someone that I can travel with, but also someone who at some point does want to settle down and build a house or a tiny house or something of that nature.
Totally.
Because obviously I'm not going to live on the road forever, but also like I would love to have someone travel with me, you know.
Shannon H said, I lived with my boyfriend when I was a flight attendant. Yeah, it's easy, right? Because you're not there that much. Like, I kind of lived with I don't like saying I lived with him because I didn't enjoy the situation a lot, but I would stay at his apartment when I wasn't working, and I was only there for, maybe a week was a long time, but usually it was like 2 nights, maybe 3 nights. Then I was gone again for another week or 2 weeks.
I also like my space too. So that's something that I have come to realize within the last year and a half of being single, is that going from one relationship of almost 5 years of being basically outside of work together with someone 24/7, and then being with someone 24/7, including work. I realize that I do appreciate my alone time and time to myself. And that's something that I want in a partner, is someone who loves spending time with me, but also loves their own time and like can appreciate that and won't get mad at me and make me feel guilty for wanting to do my own thing.
Is it weird that like in my normal life, if you ask any of my friends, I am such a loner. Like I'm not the friend that you're going to hang out with every single day. Because I
Nothing.
desperately need my alone time.
I
Right. But in a relationship,
same.
I'm stage 10 clinger.
Oh, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. I don't
I'm
have personal space.
I'm the same way, or at least I was the same way, but I feel like now I would definitely want to have my own time. Like in my last relationship, something that was super important to me was going to the gym and being in shape and
Yeah.
working out, and that was not a priority for the other person, and they made me feel guilty about it. And so me being able to go to the gym or just make time in my day to work out and work on myself and my fitness, that's something that in the future my partner is going to have to respect, because if
Yeah,
he
see,
doesn't respect that, then I can't do it.
I guess I've never had that where I haven't felt like I couldn't do that if I wanted to, but I think in my dream relationship, if I get real picky, somebody would be like, I'm not even kidding. My dream relationship is somebody who's into the exact same things that I am, and we just do everything together. And that's like so annoying for a lot of people, but I'm like, I don't know why. When I'm in a relationship, I don't get sick of the person. I can just be with them 24 hours a day. So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I'm the same way. Like I
yeah.
want to be with them all the time,
So
or like
you
I
need to find somebody who has the same like
right.
priorities then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I can be with someone all the time, but it's to the point. It's when you get to the point where like, okay, you're together all the time, but like they want to do something else, and you're for it because you're supportive and you're kind,
Right.
and and you do it. And then when you want to do something, they're like, nope. And then it's like that's where your boundaries need to kick in, and you need to
Yeah.
kind of reevaluate the
You
situation.
deserve the same, yeah, respect and
Right.
boundaries. Yeah. I
Hmm.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've been fortunate to have. I've honestly never dated anybody that's been an issue. If anything, it's more like hang out with me more. And they're like, I don't want to.
My first serious relationship when I was 19, we were together for 5 years, and he was very much so supportive in everything that I did, but he also cheated on me. So it
Oh
was just,
man.
it was who he was as a person that didn't mesh well with me. But other
Yeah.
than that, he would have been great. We could have,
Wasn't a
made it, but
not
it's a
cheater.
person. So
Yeah. Yeah, relationships are tough, man.
Antonio said Lost Renegades is an up and comer. I actually watch their channel a lot. I do like that channel.
Lost Renegades is what it's called.
Yeah, I think they're in Florida right now, and it's a guy and girl who are doing the van life, but she's been solo female van lifing it for a couple weeks
It
now.
sounds
So
familiar. So I wonder if it comes up on my suggestions.
they have a van just like ours.
I drank all my wine. Sad. Very sad.
Ooh, so here's a question I have for you, Samantha, while I have you. Well, I
Oh,
have you. So I'm next week I am flying out internationally, and I've been told from my friend who I'm going with that I should probably show up to the airport in advance, at least 2 hours. So that's the plan.
you will probably get through security in 15 minutes.
What do I? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to be bringing a carry-on and my luggage, which I'm thinking I can probably just take them both with me on the plane, and I don't have to deal with like tagging anything. I'm gonna have my drone with me. I'm gonna have all my camera gear and my laptop. And I have to go through customs. What do I need to expect? Because I've
So,
never flown internationally.
yeah, no, this is tough because that country in particular, this is what I've been told by pilots. Now, I have personally never experienced um anything weird, and I think they might be tougher on crew members. So you might actually have absolutely no problems. But what pilots had told me was if you have two of the same device, so if you had two drones or two cameras,
I have two phones.
like that might be an issue. But again, I don't know for sure if it's the same for regular people or if they are harder on crew members because they don't want crew members to like buy stuff cheap, take it back and sell it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that would be the only thing. Like if it
I
were
know a lot of people who have two phones though for business, which is technically mine's for business. So
yeah. I would think you probably won't have any problems, but just Google it and see, like Google that specifically and see
having
if,
two phones.
yeah, or like two of the same device
I
going into
don't
that.
necessarily think I have two of the same device for anything else because I'm gonna have my drone, I'm gonna have my camera, I'm gonna have multiple lenses, but just one camera, a
Yeah.
GoPro, my two phones, and that's really all the electronic. Oh, my laptop. That's all the electronics that I'll have.
I mean, I would think you would be fine. Whenever I go there, I always just like take out one of my, I used to travel with two cameras, like one for pictures and one for film.
One question I do have too is that normally in an airport, since I've only done local flying, I guess if you want to call it that. They always make you take your laptop out and put it in the bin. Am
Uh-huh.
I going to have to take all of my electronics out and put it in the bin?
Probably. So actually,
Okay.
you should just put them in like a plastic bag so that it's just separate. Just take out the whole plastic bag and like empty it. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking I could put everything, like pack my suitcase and then just put all the electronics on top. So that way when I get there, I could just open it, throw
Yeah.
all that stuff in a
I would
bin.
definitely do that because they, even if they don't do it in the States, they're probably going to do it in when you get there. But
Right. And
also
when I come back to.
make sure when you get to the gate, if they want you to check your bag, you tell them you have all that stuff because you shouldn't check it. So just be
Okay.
like, I can't check my bag because I have all this stuff because yeah, you don't want that underneath the plane.
Yeah. The friend that I'm going with travels often for work and stuff, and he always travels with
Are you
lots of camera gear because that's what he does for a living.
are you flying on my
So
airplane?
I'm flying on Southwest to go to Dallas,
Okay.
and then I think I'm doing American Airlines to go to the place.
Cool, cool.
So
Where okay.
you're American Airlines, right?
I can't say what I am.
Oh, well. Well, I'm doing Southwest to Dallas and then American Airlines to the place.
Yeah.
And then American Airlines back and then Southwest back
So
here.
once you get to your place, do you have to drive to the actual place? Oh wait, you're doing two places,
Right.
right?
But yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes and yes. So
Hey, because I also want to go. I also want to go to that place.
so friend is he is renting a car. So we are going to be going to 3 different locations the whole week that we're there. So we're going to be taking a ferry to one of the locations. And so
Ooh,
yeah.
fun. Well, I am so excited for you. I look forward to make sure you post so much on Instagram because you're not that active on Instagram.
I know. I'm
And
like
we
so
all love
terrible with
IG
Instagram.
over here. Yeah, you got to post some stories.
Well, and I love Instagram. It's my favorite. And I love that I always watch all of your stories and like I love how active you are. And I'm like, I need to be more active and then I never am.
Yeah, because we're all nosy and we want to know what you're doing every second of every day.
All right. My goal for the month of what is this? March? My goal for April is to be more active on Instagram. So if
I
you don't
believe
follow me on Instagram, it's leaveherwildyt for YouTube. Go follow me. And I'm gonna be extra active.
I'm going to start texting you
Like, hey, what are you
whatever you're doing
doing?
right this second. Okay, so I want to answer this question because he's asked it a few times. He said, Samantha, does the airport pay for your motel room or did you have to pay for it? So if I'm on a work trip, so for example, I'm based in New York. So if I do a trip and I go from New York to Nashville and I'm in Nashville for 16 hours or whatever, the airline does pay for that. But if I'm in New York and I don't live there and I need a hotel room, I'm responsible for that, if that makes sense. But yeah, they don't make us pay for our hotel rooms. They do not pay us enough for that.
I can't wait till you hit 5 million subscribers so you don't have to work yet. as a flight attendant anymore.
Okay, but remember 500,000 subscribers, and I'm
No,
gonna
5
charter a plane
million.
for a vacation or a cruise ship. I don't know how that works, but I made that promise. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, and then you have to give me a shout out so I can be on Hot Ones.
Okay, first of all, you're gonna make it there before I will, but yes. Okay, let's make a deal. If one of us makes it to 500,000 subscribers, and we have not been invited on Hot Ones, we'll just do our own Hot Ones.
We should do Hot Ones together, like the actual.
We should, but maybe we should do it differently. Like,
Hey Sean, let us on YouTube, YouTube edition. A new thing. Hot Ones YouTube edition. Oh, I just came up with that.
we should message him and we should do it together.
There's 500 people on this live chat. Y'all go message Sean Evans of Hot Ones and tell him that he needs to have a YouTube edition, and the first guest should be Jaylena and Samantha of Leave Her Wild and Samantha R Olmsted. 100%.
Yes, tell him. Be like this weird girl. She wears a tiara for no reason. It's quite
and she will wear a tiara on your show.
She wears purple eyeshadow. She thinks she's still in the 90s. No big deal. It's fine.
That's great.
Very cool.
It's all coming back, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, you got a super chat in there.
Mrs. Colby Ranch did a $50 super chat. Thank you.
Woohoo, Mrs. Colby Ranch.
Oh, ooh. Well, I don't know. So I'll be in Texas. You guys are what, close to Houston? So I will be in Texas at the end of May. Maybe we can plan to get together and do something. So you guys, Cold Beer Ranch.
Oh.
It'll be cool. Maybe I could just, like sleep on y'all's property while I'm traveling. I don't know if I'm going to be driving the bus or the van or flying, so we'll see.
You know what would be fun if we Airbnb'd somewhere really cool too?
Yes.
Like a cool cabin or something. Like Lake Tahoe.
I want to do, I don't remember the channel. I can't remember their names, but they did, I think it's Nate and something.
I like the vibes you have going on right now.
They did the Airbnbs on the in that dome, the clear dome on the side of a mountain. I'm down for it.
Oh wait, are you talking like
it's a big YouTube channel.
No, as far as the domes, okay, so this might not be what you're talking about, but you know what we should do is it Norway or Finland where they have the igloos, the clear igloos where you can see the northern lights?
I don't know, but I'm for it. I'm
just saying that's a super romantic thing to do. Neither of us are dating anyone. We can just romance each other. You know?
Yeah, some wine, some northern lights. Okay.
Experience. I'm trying to figure. I don't know how we'd get there on my flight bennies, but I'll figure out a way, honey. We'll make it.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah, Kara and Nate, they did the on the side of a mountain, like dome thing. I would love to do that. And I have a drone, so that I've used like one time.
Yeah, but don't you now? Isn't there the rule that says if you use drone footage in your videos, you have to have a pilot's license?
Not that I've heard of.
Oh.
So
I heard that, but I don't know. Now I'm questioning my source.
I have not heard that. I'm not saying that that's not true, but I haven't heard that. I have heard, though, if you aren't allowed to fly drones in a particular area, they do something to your drone to make it not able to fly, which I've experienced firsthand. So, I mean.
Oh, so it's like a kill switch or something.
Right.
Or like how they block out cell phone reception or.
Yeah. Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to fly if you wanted to anyway. So.
Right. Well, that's good to know because I was thinking I had to get my drone pilot's license and my ex did that and he studied really hard and it was a hard test.
So I'm not trying to do any of that.
Yeah, me either. That's why I have not even, I mean, look, it's not like I could afford a drone or I would rather paint the van pink before I invest in a drone because my video skills aren't that good, but
My friend who I'm going to that place with next week, he was like, I was like, should I bring my drone? And he was like, yeah, what kind of drone do you have? And I was like, oh, I have the DJI Mini 2. And then he posted on Facebook and was like, hey, is anyone selling a Maverick, which is like way better? And it was like, oh, shots fired.
That's funny.
My drone's not good enough, apparently.
That is so funny. Someone said that is correct. It is illegal to put drone videos on YouTube for money without a license. The
Hey,
FAA
you know
has been
what?
cracking down. See, I saw that. So I think they'll demonetize you.
I'm a rule breaker. Demonetize me. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what though? I'm seriously at the points in my life where I'm like, hey, because I'm not making millions on YouTube or anything. No big deal. So I'm like, if I made a video that I was really proud of, I would still put it up even if I couldn't monetize it.
I feel like, I don't know, it would just take a lot of effort for them to find out whether or not you had a license, you know? If you're not like,
how would they?
unless you're doing it like in your face about it. I mean, if you have like a 30-second shot of drone footage, really, what are they gonna do? I don't think it's like
And
that
how
big.
do they know you're flying it?
Exactly.
Couldn't it be somebody who has a license? Yeah.
What if I hired it out?
Because doesn't your friend have a
Yes,
license?
just saying, I'm hiring out all my drone footage from this point on.
From this point on, if either of us have drone footage, just know that the driver was licensed. Okay.
It wasn't me. I hired it out. I'm being very classy and professional. I hired it out. That's not me. I didn't even know how to fly a drone. A drone was that.
That is too funny. Someone said be an outlaw, fly the drone. That is so funny. Oh, this person said you have to apply for a drone's license number from the FAA. It costs $5 per year. Okay, well, that's different than what I thought because like I said, my ex went through the whole process of becoming a drone pilot. And it was like he had to study really hard. It was like a big test. And I thought
Was it
that's what
like
you
a
had to do.
driver's test?
It was
Like when you get your driver's license?
kind of, but it was like you have to read maps the way like an actual airline pilot reads them. Like it looked really tough. And so I thought, well, there's no way. I shouldn't say there's no way, but I don't have an interest in doing that. Yeah. So okay.
I mean, I don't have an interest in doing that either, but I mean, I will if I have to.
North and
Absolutely
south.
have to.
Yes, I'm with you. If I absolutely have to, but I don't even have a drone yet, but I want to at some point. North and South Homestead. I think they're talking about having YouTube channels and getting subscribers. So maybe we should all go give them a look, see what they're all about. Let's help them
go check
cross
out
that
North
curve.
and South Homestead and go subscribe to their channel. Let's get them to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes. Rich G said they won't let me on Instagram. Why? Oh, why do you send weird messages? That might be why. But I don't feel. Are you not on my Instagram, Rich?
There's one channel that I follow on YouTube, and this is something that because I watch a lot of smaller channels on YouTube, and this is something that I come across a lot. Is so that channel that I mentioned in one of my last videos, not the last one, the one before that, and I talk about it's when I first started the demo on the bus. His name's like Matt. Is it Matt? Matthew Madrick or something like that. But anyways, he never has ads on his videos. I feel like he probably should be monetized by this point. They get a decent amount of views, but he has over 6,000 subscribers, and he does like kind of like Hannah does, where she does her playlist on Spotify. But Hannah does it in the strategic way where, like, if you don't do more than 10 seconds, you're not going to get flagged for monetization. Well, he, like, puts a long segment of a song on his channel. And so I feel like maybe that's why he hasn't been monetized. But I don't ever want to, like, overstep my boundaries and be like, hey, you do realize that, like, if you put these songs on your channel for more than 10 seconds, you're going to get flagged. I don't know. Is that a weird thing to like say to someone?
No, I mean, I don't know.
Because it's a new channel and they've been getting subscribers because he's doing a bus build. And so he's been gaining a lot recently.
So I had a friend who made a video and they used a song off of Epidemic Sound, but it was like a remix of a whole bunch of different like top 40s songs put together. And she got flagged and she had like very few subscribers. You know what I mean? Like she had smaller than this guy and she got flagged. So I feel like if he was going to get flagged, he would know. Like they would have already gotten him.
The thing is though, is like I did a video. I think my last video, not the last one, the one I was talking about before.
Yeah.
When I started the demo, I had it all edited out. I had it to a song, and I used a resource for music that I'd never used before, and it got flagged. So I had to go back into Premiere and I changed the song, saved it out again, re-uploaded it, and so I didn't get flagged. But the thing is if you get flagged, you don't necessarily get in trouble. You just don't get monetized.
Okay, well, so here's my question. I wanted to film a video, and I'll just tell you guys what the idea was because I don't know if I'll ever get to do it, but because I always get, although it's gotten better lately, but there was a hot minute where I was getting so much hate for being this like girly girl van person. And so I wanted to do like a parody, like a day in the life video, but set to the song from Legally Blonde, the opening, the sun's up a little after 10 or whatever the song is. I don't know.
Right,
It's a
right.
perfect day. That song, like just super. Yes. Just the most corny girly song. And I thought, oh my gosh, I should do a parody like a day in my life, but just
that would be so
crazy
perfect.
girly set to that song. And I was going to be in LA, I thought, but I had to go back to work. So I was literally like, I'm going to hire an actual videographer, like do this whole thing. And I reached out to the artist to see if I could get rights to the song. Cause I'm like, even if I can't make money on it, I would still want to do it. But I don't want my YouTube channel to get like taken down or the video get taken down. That's where I get confused with the music rights.
So music rights are not the same as getting like because you get 3 strikes on YouTube and you're out. And so music rights, you can get flagged for copyright. That won't affect your strikes. You don't get a strike for that. You just don't get.
You change it right away and you're fine.
Well, you either, okay, so like if you say you posted that video with that song and you were like, well, it's not worth it to me to not make money off of my video because it's a song. So you can either take the song off or you could just re-upload it and choose a different song. So say you leave that song on and you get 1 million views, the artist is going to get royalties from that.
Even if I don't make any money. So
right,
they wouldn't take the video down.
Yeah, you're not going to make any money, or you may make some money, but very, very little. And the artist will make most of the money, but you won't get a strike from YouTube. You just don't necessarily make what you would normally make on that video. So you can use any music you want. It just
will affect
you may not get paid for it. So
and that's what I was worried about because I honestly, even if I don't make $1, I just think it would be so fun to do. Like it would just be so fun because it's just.
Well, I think it would be so funny too. And if you did that and you got 1 million views, imagine how many subscribers you could gain from that. Even if you didn't get paid, you would get paid in the fact that there's more people that know who you are. So
or watching other videos. Yeah.
Exactly. It's all a game and it's just how you play it.
Well, good to know. Maybe I'll still do it in New York. There's got to be some videographers in New York. DM me if you're a videographer and you want to like work with me on that. That would be fun.
Grumpy Grandpa Patreon show or Patriot Show did a $5 super chat, said you can fly your drone around me while I shuffle dance.
So, can you seriously shuffle dance? Because like
I don't even know how to shuffle dance.
We should learn. There's like TikTok. Do you guys follow that girl? Oh no, I'm brain farting on her name. She's on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. I look at her stuff every single day. But she lives in a van and she makes shuffle videos, and she gets like 100,000 views on her shuffle videos, I think.
Shuffle dance just reminds me of like high school. Like that's what all my friends are doing in high school. Not me, but all my friends.
Yeah, and when I was in high school, we were still twerking to loosen up my buttons, babe. Like that was my high school.
Yeah. Same.
That's too funny. Okay, let's see.
I was also listening to like super emo music too, though. Like
okay, me too.
I love the fact that you listen to like Taking Back Sunday, and the fact that you have an obsession with Machine Gun Kelly, because I'm like, yes, that's me.
I'm like, pop punk coming back is like the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because like since Green Day stopped making, I mean, old Green Day is the best Green Day, right? Same with Blink 182. I mean, after they lost Tom, it's just never been the same.
It's not the same, but I love them both equally. Well, not equally, but I love them both.
Well, listen, anything Travis Barker does. Hey, we all know how I feel about a nice tatted man. Love me some Travis Barker.
I do love To the Stars and Aliens, and I'm all into that. So
yes,
I
that's
watched
because you actually love Aliens.
Oh, I
wait,
do.
did you love on Machine Gun Kelly? He had concert for Aliens, right?
Wait, where's the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Machine Gun Kelly's new album. I work out to it a lot. I skip all the talking, but I do like it.
When we get married, I will totally tell him how you feel about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Someday.
A Day to Remember put out a new album, and I'm kind of about it.
Okay, I saw that, but I didn't realize it was a new album. So but now that you said it, I realize that's why their music has been showing up on my Spotify.
So listen to FYM and High Diving, my two favorite songs off the album, and Resentment, but that's a little heavier. But those two are like so good. So listen to those two. They're really good.
Amanda Sinclair said you are making me feel old. Why? What is it, the music that's making you feel old? I feel like that's some old school music. Off topic, who was the standout in the and Angel Johnson said, off topic, who was the standout in the film Mean Girls? I choose Lindsay. She carried the film. I'm sorry, but if you do not choose Rachel McAdams, she is.
Who is she in Legally Blonde?
Wait, what?
I haven't seen it in a minute. What are you talking about?
Wait,
Who's
Mean Girls?
Oh, Mean Girls. Oh, sorry. My bad. I was like,
there's only one standout in Legally Blonde.
What?
No,
Rachel I don't remember her.
I think Rachel McAdams is like one of my favorite actresses of all times. We've got the
she's amazing.
We've got Mean Girls. We've got, what, isn't she in The Hot Chick? I mean, come on, people, The Hot Chick, please.
She is definitely 100% like such a great actress, and she does so good in that movie. And I mean, when it comes to Mean Girls, I think that Lindsay Lohan is a great actress, but
I would love for Lindsay Lohan to do more now.
Right. But every actress in Mean Girls, every character was played out so well that I love all the movies that they're in.
Every single one.
I would say the standout character was, she doesn't even go here, and I haven't seen her in any film since then. Like, if you know,
she doesn't even go here. I love that movie so much. It's so good. Yes. I'm sad I didn't write that movie myself.
I know, right? Oh, Tina Fey is my favorite. Oh.
Okay, wait. Someone asked, have you watched Colony on Netflix, ... Aliens?
No, I haven't. I did watch not Netflix. I started watching an alien documentary on Amazon Prime, and it was pretty intense. I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty intense. Tom DeLonge was on it and everything.
Okay.
And people from To the Stars was on it, and it was like super intense that I was like, I'm too tired for this. I'm gonna have to watch this when I'm like not tired. So.
Yeah, I just was. Hey, because of my Machine Gun Kelly obsession, I've been getting like different interviews with Travis Barker and all this stuff on my YouTube and my Instagram. And then I started diving into why Tom DeLonge left Blink 182 because I didn't know why he left. And I was all confused about that. And he left because he started like the sci-fi, like entertainment science company, whatever.
Yeah, to the stars. He's like
Yeah.
super into aliens.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a real thing.
So much so that he left Blink 182, possibly this generation's best punk band ever. I mean, to go do it. He just feels that strongly about it. I was like, dang.
Then if you look into Blink 182 like in depth, you will know that this is something from the start of their career before he was even in the band. Like he was obsessed with aliens. Like this is like something that he has just always been obsessed with. And so for him to start this company, and I honestly 100% believe that To the Stars, like they got so into it that the government even admitted that like they are looking into aliens, that they are a real thing.
Right. The government did admit that. Yeah.
And To the Stars had a lot to do with that though. Like they're so much into it. Like it's such a big thing, and there's so much research and there's so much like evidence and proof of alien life that they're like that is the thing. And like people were like, oh cool, aliens exist. Yeah, we already knew that. So
I get all of my alien information from Joe Rogan. Okay. And I don't know how reliable that information is. I actually haven't been listening to Joe Rogan podcast recently, but for a while I was a pretty daily listener, I'll admit.
I like Joe Rogan, but he has his moments.
Yeah, he does sometimes. But here's the thing. Okay, this is my view on life. If you give a person enough power, they're going to possibly do some weird stuff. Considering the platform that Joe Rogan has, he's pretty cool, right?
Right.
He has his moments, but for the most part, it's like, I think he understands the power of his platform and he tries to be responsible with it, which is more than, most people these days.
Some people though, I don't know. I feel like Joe Rogan, I feel like so many people listen to him though that like
A lot of power.
yeah, this is a lot of power. I'm pretty
Because
sure.
he's said things that were not true before, and he corrects himself on Twitter, which like I don't have Twitter, and a lot
I
of
don't
other
have
people,
Twitter.
right? So if you are a person who listens religiously to his podcast and he says
You
something
believe what he's saying.
and you don't see that, even the parts that he says, I'm sorry, this was false, I didn't say that. So now there's like a million people who are out there just being like, well, Joe
Fact
Rogan.
checking everyone without the facts.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. I mean, I don't think he does it on purpose, and he tries to correct himself. I don't have a better solution for it, but
yeah, I don't think anyone who like puts their beliefs out there necessarily like you put out there what you know. But
right,
that
but if
doesn't
you're reporting on
necessarily
the
know.
news.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that you know all the facts.
Someone said, what if I'm doing an exercise video while that music, etc. count against me? Yes, it will.
Anytime you have music in the background on your videos, if it's longer than 10 seconds, it will count against you.
Even if you're not monetized, they'll flag you for it, because that has happened to me in the past and my friend.
Yeah. And especially when you're monetized, it'll happen. So
yeah.
And if you have a channel and you're not monetized and you do stuff like that, like it's going to affect you when you are monetized. So that's something to think about also.
Did you get your tire? Oh, this is for someone else. I was like, I don't have a tire problem.
I hate wearing contacts so much.
My eyes
My
just get
goodness.
so red. It looks like I'm crying.
I know. I'm like, I can't see anything. I'm not acting. This is really
Mine is just the
what I have
one.
to do. Mine's both of them. Greenhorn when I cared a $20 super chat. It said, for the schoolie van life, always there to support. Thank you
Woohoo!
so much, Greenhorn, one
Greenhorn 1
acre.
acre. Ow, ow!
I'm definitely going to be visiting Greenhorn 1 acre when I make my way up that way. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to read? I mean, there's not like a ton of. Wait, how many people are watching right now?
450 people watching. I don't know how many thumbs up, but that's a lot of people watching.
Whoa. Okay, wait. So let's ask them a question. So they'll give us more comments that we can talk about. Okay, someone said, Jaylena, I used to wear contacts. I hated it because they would go in and out of focus when I looked down.
I have astigmatism in both of my eyes, so I always have problems with being able to see clearly.
Oh, Greenhorn 1 acre said, "Don't cry. It's only $20." We're crying of happiness, Greenhorn 1 acre. Oh, that's too funny.
I look like oh, I can't see anything.
Oh, someone said 432 thumbs up. Ow, thanks, guys.
You guys are amazing.
I know we're almost at 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
You guys, someone ask us a question that'll like spark a hot topic convo. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I'm eating a cereal, if you're wondering what I'm awkwardly doing over here. I feel your pain because YouTube people blocked me from uploading videos for 2 weeks once. Well, what kind of videos were you uploading, Roy T? I wonder, yeah, because that kind of sucks. If people write like mean stuff to me, I'll go report their channel. I don't know if it like makes them not able to upload or anything, but
I think I've only reported one channel ever, but I mean, if someone comments on my channel and it's like extremely negative, I'll just block them from my channel, which I don't necessarily know what that does. I don't know if it like means that they can comment but no one can see it, or they can comment and only I can't see it. So
yeah, you're a lot more easygoing than I am, though. Like I get so, but for me, like I've mentioned before, it's not like I take it so personally. Like I feel like I have to say that all the time because people think I'm like sitting around crying about it. And I'm like, I'm fine. I just don't think people should be allowed to say some of the stuff that they say. And so I'll like clap back, honey, in my comments, some mean stuff. But now people are getting smart and they're commenting really rude things and then like deleting. I swear this is what they're doing. Commenting it and deleting it. So it shows up in my notifications. So I have to read it. So it's like, you stupid, ugly person. I hate you. And I hate your stupid face. Your purple eyeshadow, stupid. Die. And I'll be like, oh my God. And then I click on it and it's like disappeared. But it still shows up in my notifications. So I'm like, I swear people are getting smarter. They're like outsmarting YouTube. Like, I'm going to write this, you're going to see it, but I'm going to delete it.
People are crazy. I definitely have my fair share of people who do the same exact thing. And then their comments just disappear. And I'm just like, well, I was gonna delete it, but I don't know where it went. So
yeah. If you block someone, do they know that they're blocked? I don't think so. I honestly think if someone's blocked, they just can't search you. I mean, I imagine it's the same as in, like Instagram or Facebook. It's almost like you don't exist anymore.
Right. And I think that unless you're like someone of substance, like if you comment on this video, you're going to get other people commenting on you or liking your comment, and you don't, then you're probably blocked, which is very rare. But to like the normal, like average person who, is just commenting on stuff, especially someone that just comments rude stuff all the time, probably doesn't take into consideration all of that. They just are negative.
And the reason I take action, because a lot of people are like, just ignore it, just ignore it. And I'm like, I get it. But then I think of like Mariah Alice, who's 21 years old, this beautiful girl who's out there doing this new thing and trying to think about how you were at 21. I think about how I was at 21, just excited about life and being an adult and getting to make your own decisions and doing all this like new, fun, adventurous stuff. And then I think of people commenting what they're commenting to me on her channel. That makes me mad, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's the same thing for me. Like I am, almost 30 years old, and I can only imagine how I felt when I was 20 years old. And I feel like some of the people that I watch on YouTube that are in their early 20s, I'm like, where was I? What was I doing? Like, why was I not doing this? Like, I was uneducated.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of uneducated, like, high school. I was uneducated in the fact that, like, this is a life that I could live and be happy doing.
Or something that we were capable of doing, right? Because I always thought I wanted to do it. And if you go back, like my first video was like, what, 8 or more years ago, like some weird makeup video where I'm like, oh my God, so this like product is so great, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like in my early 20s. But I didn't genuinely think it was something I could do. I didn't know how to do it. Okay, so wait, where did it go? Bart Simpson said he's blocked on my channel. But Bart, that means you must have said something real rude to me, okay?
Sometimes they be like that. Ace Man RC said your moderators can remove comments as well. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
One thing I've learned about the fact that if you have moderators on your channel, they can go to your channel, look through your videos, and delete comments, even if it's not a live chat. They have control over your channel as well. So you have to be very picky and very trusting with who you choose as moderators, because they have access to all that.
Well, if that's the case, I actually really appreciate my moderators then, because they're deleting the comments I would delete. Rob Yesta said, so do you get upset with YouTubers that just spend time giving their opinion on what van life YouTubers are doing? So I'm assuming you mean a channel like Camo Dave, which Camo Dave is always very nice to me personally. So I'm not, there's a difference between giving an opinion and being mean. I think, like bullying, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're giving an opinion, like for example, the next video I'm uploading is about redoing my like curtain rod, something like that. So somebody's saying, oh, like this is Samantha doing this, like I would have done it differently, I would have done this or whatever, maybe she should try. That to me is an opinion. But somebody's saying, this stupid girl, she doesn't know what she's doing because she's so stupid, she's so girly that she doesn't even know what side is up, like that's just mean and being bully. So I say no, I have no problem with people giving me their opinions, but there's a difference between an opinion and cyberbullying.
Right. And I 100% agree with that. Like there is a difference between, there's like, for me, I have a past on YouTube, and I've been around for a long time, and people who are probably new to my channel don't know that. And so it's like I have a lot of people who don't necessarily know my full story that tend to try and kind of bully me in a sense.
Yeah.
That I have to just block on.
Yeah, you just have to.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You just have to block those people, and you have to just know that they
It's for your mental health.
Right. They know one side of the story. And as much as I would love to do a video and tell my side of the story, that's not something that I'm looking for on my channel as far as drama goes. So I don't do that. And I think the people that have stuck around and the people who have been there for me kind of accepted, like, look, you're human and there's two sides to every story. We're going to support you. We're going to support everybody. We're just going to be kind human beings because we're all just human. And so that's something that I appreciate.
People who don't want to hear both sides, they're not going to care what you say. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It
so
doesn't
it's not
matter.
even worth it. Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter what you say. People are going to believe what they want to believe, and they're going to hear what they want to hear. You could literally say, like, I don't know, like, I like fast food, but I also like to work out. And people will look at you and say, like, well, you're kind of like not the skinniest person ever. So I'm just going to listen to the fact that you said you like fast food. You're
You
fat.
never work out and like, yeah. Yeah.
So you just have to like take it with a grain of salt. And that's just the way that the internet works. You're always going to have bullies. You're always going to have people that don't like you. You're going to have people that do like you. You're going to have people that no matter what you say, they're going to believe you. They're going to hate whoever you hate or, love whoever you love. That's the way that the internet works. It's weird, but it's a thing.
I agree. Alice in Wonderland said, I love the comment you said to someone once, Sam, this channel is probably not for you. And I say that all the time. But now I usually say something like, I do have to be careful what I say because I don't want it to linger in the world forever. But if it's something like a lot of the hate comments I get that I respond to have to do with something incredibly sexist, like just flat out sexism. And so I literally now will be like, this channel isn't for you. You're obviously very uncomfortable with a woman who just like does whatever she wants. And that's me. Like, I literally am just going to do, if I want to work on my engine one day, I'm going to do that. And I might wear a tiara while I'm doing it. And that might make you uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it.
If that makes you uncomfortable, like, shame on you.
Well, then it's like, then that's where the comment comes in, my channel is just not going to be for you. Like,
Exactly.
that's the thing. I think a lot of people came to my channel thinking like, it's just going to be straight van life. And I appreciate that. Like, I'm not, saying that, but I'm so much more than van life. Like, van is just where I live and I'm still the same person I was. And I plan to still be the same person. And so I think a lot of people were like in shock when they were like, wait, but this is not a normal van life thing to do. And I'm like, I hate it. Like, I'm not a normal van life person. All right. I'm a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo.
Weirdos unite. Van City van life.
Yes.
Oh
Good
man.
stuff. I just feel like people judge people too quickly. Like, I love the fact that you're so girly and like you wear tiaras and stuff, but you also like know what's going on with your van and like you're under the hood all the time. And
I'm trying to learn. But like I think life would be so boring if we were all the same.
yeah, exactly.
Like I'd like
We're not
that
all
view.
we're not all built the same. We're not all meant to be like the same.
Like, for example, when we were in Miami, I probably wouldn't have gone paddleboarding if you were like, let's go paddleboarding, because that was just something where our differences came together and it was great because I had a new experience and there's
And it
probably
was super
something,
fun.
and you'll probably come to high tea with me someday and be like, this might not be something I would have done on my own, but like, it's going to be fun.
Exactly.
Let's see. Da-da-da. Well, I don't know. What do you think? We've been going for more than 2 hours and your poor eyes.
I know. I'm like, I can't see anything.
I think we should let Jaylena take her contacts out and close her eyes for a little bit.
I think so too. But it doesn't feel like 2 hours. So it's definitely been a good 2 hours.
No, it has been a fantastic 2 hours. I had so much fun. We'll have to do this again one day.
For sure. Next time we'll do it on your channel whenever you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I'll have to keep you updated because we'll see. My life is going to be a little bit weird coming up here, but it should be fun.
Hey, I might be in said place whenever we do it. For all of you watching right now, I love you, and I'm not going to be in the United States next time.
No, I'm so excited.
Next time I do a live chat, I won't be in the United States.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We had so much fun, and you guys were so cool, and so many of you hung out with us all night.
I know this is such a great experience for our first live or StreamYard live chat.
Yeah, StreamYard, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And if you have not subscribed to my channel or Samantha's channel, please feel free to do so, because I mean, you get videos from us. So,
and also don't forget that Jaylena has a Patreon.
and
Plug Patreon one more time.
Get her on Patreon going. Finish it up. I do have a Patreon at Leave Her Wild. So if you guys want to see any behind the scenes content, feel free to pledge anything that you want. And if you want your monthly Patreon only video, you can do $10 a month on Patreon and you will get to see access to that. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow with a really exciting video. I'm excited and I hope that you guys will be too.
I will also see you guys tomorrow with a video, but it is not that exciting. I'm not going to run you up. All right. Well, it was so nice. Thanks for having me, Jaylena.
Thank you for coming and hanging out with me, Samantha. It was fun as always. And hopefully we can do this in person in the future.
I cannot wait. You'll be the first call when I'm in Nashville.
Yes, and possibly
another place.
We'll see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys on our next videos. Yeah, tomorrow, hopefully.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Bye.